How's it going, guys? Down here in the bowels of the building, and I upgraded to an HV capacitor here, and I did this off camera because I hadn't messed with it before, and I knew it was probably going to be one of those things that I had to doof with a little bit to figure out, and I did a little bit. Um, I made a HV transformer, an HV capacitor. This is the I don't know why I looked at this when I said HV. This is still the M. Oh, don't hit with the efficiency 5 pick, you stupid moron. Okay, let's put that back. And let's get the connectors back. And I guess this is a good time to show you. I was having issues with this thing. Like, normally you connect up here, but for some reason you got to connect here to get it to actually connect. And when it's placed, it'll look like two MVs, not an MV and an HV. So that was a little goofy. And I think, actually, while I'm screwing stuff up, let's go ahead and undo this one and rerun that one. That, wait a minute. Okay, that is MB. Alright, so we want that one to go from there to there. And where's my other MV wire that came off of that one? Thought it should have dropped right here too. I guess we'll have to go outside and... Oh, it popped up here. Well, that was mighty nice of it. Hi, buddy. How are you? Alright, let's go get this hooked up. Hope there's nobody over here that wants to talk to us. Connect that there. And we'll go back downstairs and connect it up. That way, if the windmill ends up creating power, it can start filling this up rather than just wasting the material, because the durability will run whether the power goes somewhere or not. And I'm pretty full up on power right now, but you see if I kick this on now, it'll start filling over here, it'll start filling over there, and I got this all piped in from outside. It was a real pain in the ass. I don't really understand the pipes from IE, why they do what they do. I had this connected here, and then I had this one connected on the back side, nothing underneath. This being the input from the building over there, and it is filling. If you, why does it sometimes do it and sometimes not? Usually if I hover over it, it'll show a number and tell me how much is in it, but for some reason every now and then it doesn't do it. But it's coming up from there to that tank, and then going to my diesel in there. So whenever I have wheat or whatever, whenever I do a harvest, I throw the wheat in here, I throw the industrial hemp seeds in there, it fills up in here and goes over there. And y'all get to say goodbye to this building. It's probably the last you're going to see it. Mark ended up sending me the blueprint. We're going to look into that here in a little bit. So I gave him free rein to change the building however he wanted. He originally just built the windmill on top of the space building, and I told him that I thought it would look better if he completely rebuilt the building, and so he did, and I think it looks awesome. So we're going to build it, but I got to get a few Buildcraft machines made up before we can do that. But I wanted to show you guys what I have been working on since I have the diesel down there. I don't have my lava array running right now. I don't have any more lava, and I figured I got full up on power and got a pretty good amount of biodiesel, so I might as well go ahead and use it a little bit for my power instead of all the lava going out hunting for that stuff. Also, I don't know what happened here. They turned pink. This is my hydrogen. I updated Galacticraft, and I'm now using 375, I think is the build. And when I updated it, it changed that to pink. It also said that the Galacticraft crude oil was missing, and I was kind of worried that all of these would go away, but because they say crude oil, but they should be Gregtech oil, not Galacticraft oil, and they're all still here. Nothing disappeared on me. When I was going through doing the updates, I also added a mod I want to play around with. It's called Ye Old Barrels. Let me look it up real quick here. It adds basically just this barrel right here, which is kind of like an extra utilities drum recipe, very similar, but it's configurable on how much it will hold, and I haven't decided yet how much I'm going to configure it to hold, because I don't want it to hold as much as these, but I want it to hold more than my portables, these here. And right now I think it's set to do 55 buckets, which is more than this, because this is 32, and this is probably as big as I'm going to make these. And I really don't like these. They do not connect well. Like, they look like they're connected, but they don't flow down like the Buildcraft ones do. So I think I'm going to slowly kind of get away from these and use those instead. Now the thing with them is there is a config option that I'm definitely going to leave the way it's set, because I think it adds a nice challenge for design, which is that it can only be filled from the top, it can only be drained from the bottom, and it automatically outputs from the bottom, so there will be no hoppers, no Magneticraft liquid hoppers, and no Gregtech pumps needed, which is nice. I can just put a fluid pipe and it'll automatically output it to the fluid pipe is what I'm guessing. Get over here so that macerator ain't driving me crazy. Need to make a muffler for it. But if you don't like that, you can change that configuration. But I'm going to leave it that way because I like it. I think it's going to add a new challenge. Aluminum ingots, by the way, got really, really blue. Supposedly there's a lid for it. But I don't think you can make it. I think it's something that you like hit it with a wrench or something. Because the only thing that shows up in here is a dipping stick, which I'm guessing is to check the content of it. And then the barrel and this infinite water bucket, which I'm not going to make. I don't really like the infinite water as it is. I would actually play with finite water if like oceans couldn't be drained. Like I wish that like a little pool of water like what I had downstairs, if that would drain out completely. But like these water geysers that come up from bedrock, those were infinite, and large rivers that connect to oceans and oceans were infinite. If that was the case, then I would probably play with finite water, because in Gregtech and you know a lot of other mods, water is a resource, and it's a resource that can be used or it can be exploited. And you can, like, if you're using Gregtech or Mechanism, you can actually make power straight from water from electrolyzing, getting the hydrogen out of it, and then just mixing it with some carbon, or straight using the hydrogen itself, because you can put hydrogen straight into a gas turbine last I knew, if it hadn't been changed, because hydrogen is a burnable gas. The only reason why I ever mix it with carbon to make methane is because it gives you extra power from just adding carbon to it. But, you know, I don't personally do that. I have, early on kind of exploited it a little bit, not a whole lot. Actually, what I actually used to do for water was I used sugarcane. I made great big sugarcane fields, and I electrolyzed the sugar, got the water out of it and the carbon out of it, electrolyzed the water, got the hydrogen, and then mixed the hydrogen and the carbon together to make methane, and then pump that into. So I wasn't actually using water from the world, but I know, it can be done that way. Okay, I think I'm done rambling for the moment. Let's look at what we need to do here. So we'll put in buildcraft. the main thing we need is the builder here, which is pretty easy. We're just going to need to get some ink sacks, which I may have, and some yellow dandelion dye, which I have, and we got to make a landmark, which is pretty easy. And we got 2 of them. The only thing that's going to be a little expensive is the diamond gears that I need, but I got plenty of diamonds, so it's not a big deal. And I'm actually going to do it half Gregtech, half Buildcraft. I'm going to make a gold gear from Gregtech, and then I'm going to use the Buildcraft recipe to make it diamond, because I don't want to have to cut up a diamond block to get the diamond plates. And because if you look at the diamond gear this way, it needs diamond rods, diamond plates. So that's 4, 5, 6 diamonds to make one of these. Where if I do it this way, I can use a gold Gregtech gear without having to waste the iron to make the iron gear up to the gold gear, and then I can use that to make the diamond gear with 4 diamonds. And if I wanted to, I could use industrial diamonds, but I haven't even processed my diamonds yet. My diamond ore up there, I haven't even processed it yet, so I don't have a bunch of diamonds sitting around, and I've only got 2 diamonds. Looks like I might just have to process a little bit. Go ahead and give me a stack of this. We'll do some processing. And I'm going to run it through the sifter so I can get, better stuff out of it. So I might not actually get to the actual building of the building. What I think I'll do is get the blueprint made, because it's going to take me a little bit to get all the stuff. I think I'm going to get everything I need to make this done with you guys, and make the architect table to show you how it works, which is what he used to make the blueprint. And I'm going to have to make the library to actually get the blueprint out of, and then I'll make the rest of it in the next one. I'll probably have like a bonus video. I'm not going to do it as a regular episode. I'll just have a bonus video of watching it build. And I have no sticks on me. Got some in my bag? Yeah, I do. So that's probably what I'm gonna do. What am I doing? I'm pretty sure most people probably know how Buildcraft stuff works. It's been out forever. It's not a new mod, but it's a mod that doesn't get a whole lot of love anymore, because everybody feels that there's other mods out that can do the same thing and do it cheaper, do it faster, do it better. But I'm an old school guy, and I love Buildcraft. I always have. It's one of the first mods I got into. I actually used to make quarries all the time and quarry out great big holes all over my world and fall in them, die like an idiot, lag the crap out of my world because I had water running in them and all that good, happy stuff that used to happen with quarries. And I haven't used one in quite a while. I actually have it configured, I think, in this world, which I normally do for my worlds. I may not have actually done it yet, but if I choose to make one, I normally have them set so they will only dig like 10 blocks down. That way, if I found an open enough area where I could get to the very top of a vein, I could sit it down and let it clean out the whole vein for me and not have to worry about it mining all the way to bedrock. Because with Gregtech, you don't really need to do that because you're going to get, an ass ton of stone that you're really not going to need. Alright, so I'm going to put these in here. We got the chest, crafting table, the landmark, 2 ink sacks, and the 2 dandelion yellow that we got from sunflowers. Should be sunflower yellow then. But hey, it's Minecraft. Alright, so we got that done. Now the library, which is pretty simple to make: an iron gear, some iron, 2 bookshelves, and a blueprint. Now this blueprint is what we're going to need to actually put into the builder to tell it what we're doing. And so we're going to have to make 2 of those. Would be nice if it used lapis dust, so I didn't have to use my regular lapis, but that's why I keep my excess lapis there. And I'm short on paper, so we're going to go over to Junior's restaurant and make us some paper. And I'm going to need a pretty good load of it, so let's just make half a stack, because I'm going to have to make books to where is that spider? Must be on the side of the building. Oh, good gravy. We got all kinds of friendly neighbors. Let me go inside here and get my bow. And I got 2 whole arrows. That's gonna help. That's gonna help a lot. Let's get a shot into you, because you're the main one that's gonna give me trouble. Oh, that was some major lag. Wow. Alright, where are you? There you are. I knew you were trying to flank me, you dickhead. No flanking maneuvers by creepers. Enough issues by creepers. I see that one over there in the rubber tree, but he ain't gonna be able to catch me. I just have to watch for him when I come out of the restaurant, make sure he's not hiding by the door. And I'm going to come in here and I'm going to start this, and I'm going to pause the video here, let this run, and I'll be right back. Alright, looks like we're just about done here. And we'll head back. Order up. And we'll see if we can get this done. Shut up. I still have never gone underneath this farm area and figured out where that cave is that everything keeps getting caught in over there. I really ought to, because that might be part of my laggy issue I get every now and then. It might be stacking up down there. Alright, so we're going to need to make 2 of these. There we go. Now, with the builder, you can use either a blueprint or you can use a template. The template does not do a specific thing. It will do like the filler does. It doesn't accept, let me see if I can get this right. It'll build the structure that you tell it to build, but it will not build it with the specific blocks that you tell it to build with, that the design has set to do. So if you just want the structure built with whatever you throw in there, then you can use the template. But if you want it to build the actual structure the way you have it set to do it with the blocks you have set, then you need to use a blueprint. So the good thing about that is that if you have, because these blueprints, for those of you that don't know, are actually saved in your hard drive, whether you make them on a server or whether you make them in single player, and you can share them on the internet and take them from one world to another. What a lot of people do is they'll make blueprints in creative and then take them into a single player world so they can design them in creative and then actually build them in their single player world without having to, lay down every block. For anybody that watched, that's how Junior did the library on the Gregtech 6 server. Was he went into creative, built the library there, used the architect table, saved the blueprint, and then we transferred it over to the server. Alright, we need an iron gear, we need a blueprint, we need the 2 bookshelves, 1 redstone, and 4 iron. So let's grab this iron. Wow, I'm going to have to do some more iron processing. Lay right there for a second. I don't even need that redstone. There's redstone in that table. Alright. So we're going to hit this. We're going to do that. And we're going to make one of these. Now, these do not take power. You can just sit them anywhere. And you give it this. And it should be reading from my config and show the one that Mark gave me. And it's not. So does this thing actually take power now? It used to not take power. It does say electronics, so maybe it does. We'll take it downstairs and hook it up to some power and see, but last time I knew it didn't take power. I'll put it right here. Go upstairs. Oh, I got LV wire on me. Hook that there. And we'll go from there to there. Oh, don't give me that. It's stuck. It shouldn't be obstructed. Alright, fine. I'll put you up there. You're going to argue with me. And it's been probably a good 6 months since I've dealt with this thing, so yeah, I think something is not right when I put it in the config folder. Not sure why it's not reading it. I'll have to check that out. Like I said, we're not actually going to build it right now, so not a big deal. I'm probably going to make the architect table. That way I can show you how he did it as well. But I'll do that in the bonus video probably. Not going to go through actually making it right now. Let's see, we got diamond. Get that stuff started. And we got a whole bunch more. We can throw that in here and let that process. And you know what? Give me half of that. You don't need all that. And go ahead and throw this stuff in and let it get processed. Okay. I got my 8 titanium plates, and I made one more. So let's go ahead and try to get that EV battery buffer made. See if we can get that done today. Should have all the stuff for it. I got the aluminum made, I know. Oh, and I forgot, there is one thing that I found out when I was on the server that I need to show you guys. Somebody was kind of asking me about it the other day. So, since I figured it out, I ought to show you. I need to... I got enough paper. Make that. Give me that. And we'll make one of them. Give me all this back. And make one more book. And we will make a forestry work table. These are what XAR uses all the time on the server. We don't have blue power on there. And apparently they have fixed part of the issue with Buildcraft, because at one time it did not like Gregtech tools. Why did I not get to it? Put it here, didn't it? Yes, it did. Alright, let me look at this. Is it just polyurethane? Or, oh, it needs plastic sheets? Oh, that's magnetic craft. Okay, so it needs polyurethane sheets. And aluminum cables. Alright. At one time it didn't like the metadata or NBT data. I don't remember which one it is that Gregtech tools have, but it didn't like the damage of them. But it's now fixed to where it does. There's still one little hitch in its giddy up, which is that it still does not like motors and things like that can be made different ways. Like you can use annealed copper or regular copper wire to make motors. It still does not agree with those correctly. So you have to put them in the recipe rather than use the thing up here. But see, if I hit U and I go to this recipe and I do this one, it should not like it because it's actually wanting these plastic sheets. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't put them in there. Okay, we'll try again. Okay, this time it did do it. I tried it on the server earlier and it didn't like it. But apparently it didn't mind this time. So we'll go ahead and lock that in there. You hit shift and right click on it and that'll put a lock on it so it won't take it out. It'll save 9 recipes for you. So now we're going to make a battery buffer. And like I said, I'm not going to make a whole lot of machines. So I'm not sure how big a battery buffer I'm going to make. I know I'm not making a super one like that. Probably go ahead and make the 8 one like I normally do. That way I can at least hold, or 9, and then I can at least hold 8 batteries in it. And it should still be the same recipe, just needs, yeah, chest and 8x wires will give me a 9 slot, which is what I'm going to make. So we'll need 16 aluminum to get that done. And we don't have that much aluminum. So we'll go ahead and get some cooking. I don't think I have any already pre-cooked. Nope. Did I count right? Nope. Still can't count. Alright, I'll get that running. And I actually want to set this up, this diesel generator, with a redstone signal. There's a redstone port, I think, on this bad boy. Oh yeah, where the lever is, dummy. I actually want to get it set up. I do believe there's like a red thing on these where I can, if this gets full, I'm trying to look for that red dot, but I don't see it. Usually it's on the very bottom right there. But I want to get a redstone signal coming out of it. See, right now it's not doing it. To where if this gets full, it'll automatically shut this off. But I'll probably eventually use open computers to read my battery buffer here, and when it shows that it's at a certain thing, it will, like 75, 80%, somewhere around there, it'll automatically shut it off for me. But I haven't gotten that advanced yet. I haven't even made a open computer yet, and I'm not, the greatest with trying to program like Lua and things like that. So I know a little bit about Lua, just enough to get me in trouble. So if you're actually wanting to see somebody that knows what they're doing with it, you're watching the wrong guy, because I ain't got a clue. I just goof around and try to figure it out and hope I don't blow anything up in the process. bring you guys along for the trip. And might as well fill one of these bad boys up. I think the other one I'm going to go ahead and turn into a lithium battery. Haven't decided yet. I'm going to have more sulfuric acid eventually, because I'm trying to get more oxygen made right now to process more chalcopyrite. That's why I was doing that soapstone. That's the way I'm getting most of my oxygen right now, is from this stuff. Man, I gotta clean out my box. In a mess. So I just bring this stuff over here, throw it in there, and where is all of my cells? Off playing on the server yesterday and forgot where I put everything. What happens when you get old? Your brain starts forgetting everything it knew. I want to get into making some of these gates and stuff. I've never really gotten into making them. I've made one or two here or there, but I've never really used them very much. I like them, but I never really got the chance to make a whole lot of them. So I think we're going to end up playing around with them a little bit too. There's my oxygen. I need a bunch of that stuff over here, because I've got almost a stack and a half of Choco that still needs to get done, and I've got all that nitrogen, which looks like everything changed colors. Oxygen's now blue instead of white. I think when I updated, what it did was Gregtech got back a hold of the fluids instead of Galacticraft now, and that's why they're different colors. I'm not sure, but I like it. I don't like them all being white. So I don't know whose texture that is, but I like it. So let's see, we got 2 diamonds. Oh, we got 3 diamonds. Right now we need 2. That'll make my first gear. Oh, wait a minute, you dummy. You gotta get the other 2 out of here. I did not say we needed that. No green sapphires, thank you. Alright, so there we go. We got a diamond gear. And I don't even get the achievement for it because I've never made an iron gear the Buildcraft way. I've made the wood and the stone, but I never made one iron. Which I probably ought to do just so I can get it. We'll let the rest of this run. And some of this we're going to process into diamonds this way, but we're going to have to make a lot of industrial TNT, and we lose 1 diamond dust for every 4, so we get 3 instead of 4. But that's going to take a lot of gunpowder. I don't know how much I actually have. Well, I got 12 stacks. It's not bad. I can probably make a whole bunch of TNT with that. So I'm probably going to get started on that, but I'm going to need a whole bunch of TNT to do my Galacticraft stuff, because I'm going to use the implosion compressor to make my rocket for all the compressed plates that it has. Let's see. Rocket. We want a tier 1 rocket, not a tier 3, not a tier 2, tier 1 rocket. See, it's going to need these heavy duty plates, and this is going to need more heavy duty plates, and I can do it this way, which is aluminum, bronze, and steel in an ingot compressor or an electric ingot compressor. I'm going to do it this way because, well, we're in a Gregtech world, which is basically the same thing, except it needs stainless steel bolts to hold the 3 plates together, and then you get this heavy duty ingot plate, and you put that in with 8, and that makes your heavy duty plate. So I'm going to need a whole lot of industrial TNT for that. So I'm probably going to hold off on doing the diamonds because I can always make industrial diamonds if I need them. And you know what? I don't think I'm going to get enough of this made to get this battery buffer done. I can make a 4-chamber one, but I want to make an 8-chamber one, or a 9-chamber one. So I think I might actually end this video here. Y'all can just have a hodgepodge of crap today of me just messing everything up. I'm going to try again to get this stupid tank to show me its fluid. Cannot figure out why it's not doing it. It's driving me nuts. Which, the one thing, while I'm at it, the one thing I'm kind of worried about with this building is I do believe I'm going to have to remove everything in here. Because I believe it's going to clear all of this out. And so I'm going to have to make sure I empty all my machines before I do this. And why do you not have power? That one's full, but that one's not. Oh, I never put the thing back on it. That's why I don't have power. I gotta set that up, huh? Another thing, if you're having lag in your world and you have Java barrels like that right there, but sitting on top of hoppers, on that right there, that are feeding into these, that is very, very bad, because I had it set up with apples and uh, saplings on the server, and the hoppers that I had, 2 hoppers with 2 barrels set up, was causing more lag to the server than our entire Gregtech setup that we had. 2 hoppers were doing double what all of the machines and automation that XAR had set up over there. So that's my tip for the day. Don't do that. There's actually a Java hopper, if I could spell Java, hopper upgrade facade thing here, which is just a hopper and 4 planks, and it gives you 4 of them. Now, the only issue with that is you got to put it on every one, but you get 4 hoppers per hopper, basically. So I'm going to try those on the server and see if they are any less laggy. They should be. And I'll let you guys know what I find out. But that's my tip of the day, is if you're having regular TPS lag, not video lag, like what I'm getting every now and then, which I didn't think mine is because it's, heck, I don't keep hitting the room, but I think mine is because of the chunk updates. Because if you look, as long as I'm not moving or doing anything, I pull 60, and that's even while recording. And usually when you record, it takes a hit. I normally drop to like 45. And here lately I've been doing even better and staying at 60. But once I start moving around, you'll see that it will start jumping chunk updates really high. And I think that's because of the multi-threading that's not done in Minecraft in 1.7. They, I think, fixed it in 1.8, where Minecraft basically works off of one core rather than off of the multiple cores. Like I have a 6-core processor, but I think it's running off of just one of the 6 cores that I have. Where if it would multi-thread it across 2 or 3 or 4 cores, then it would probably run a lot better. I do know that if I would take this world and put it in onto a server and run the server and then play on the server as a single player world, then it would be better than playing it as a single player. Especially if I could like put the server on Junior's computer and run the single player on my computer, it would run better. But I actually don't know enough about running a server to change a single player world over. Don't actually know if it's possible to turn a single player world over to a multiplayer one. And I didn't think about it when I set this up. And like always, you know, hindsight is 2020. When I started the world, everything was running great. I had great FPS and the chunk loads wasn't crazy. But now that I've gotten into playing here and started putting a lot of things down, now I'm starting to get, you know, a little bit of lag. But like I said, I'm going to make a powerhouse and I'm going to move some stuff over to another building so I don't have so much stuff cluttered into this one room. And that should greatly help with the chunk load thing. And I know that Greg worked on that kind of stuff in Gregtech 6. So when I get into my Gregtech 6 world, it should be even better than what the Gregtech 5 one is. But that's part of doing, you know, modded Minecraft. You gotta deal with that, and I'll do what I can to figure it out and try to keep everything working halfway decent. So far, everything's not bad. It's, you know, a little laggy here and there, but it's not anything that's, you know, killer lag spikes or anything like that. You know, I get a little video lag here and a little video lag there, but nothing really major. And hopefully when I get my new video card, which should be next month, I'm hoping it might help a little bit with some of the video lag that I have, because I'm going to get, I do believe, a 2 gig video card instead of the 1 gig that I have. And I think I'm going up to a 700 series instead of a 600 series. I can't remember what one I actually have right now, but I'll let you guys know what I end up getting when I get it. And I think I might have actually screwed around enough that we can make this damn battery buffer, because I think this is the last ingot I need, so might as well get it done while we're here, huh? And then in the next one we'll get some batteries made for it, and we'll switch over to EV power. Oh, I got the damn wires on me. Okay, so we got 4x. We need 8 of them, which will then make 8x. So now we clear that out, put that in the middle, put these on the side, put this up here, and we get an extreme voltage battery buffer. Now for wiring for this bad boy, we need wire that will run EV, and we want something that is low loss. So aluminum will do 12 amps, and if it says there that it's 2 EU loss, but it'll be 1 EU loss once we cover it, because I'm looking at the uncovered version. We also have tungsten steel, which is way big wire because it'll do 36 amps, which is nothing we need. We can do nichrome, which is 36, but that's higher loss, so we wouldn't want to do that anyways. So basically our choices is going to probably be to run aluminum, because even if we did tungsten, it's for loss as well, and we don't want 4 loss per wire. We want the least amount of loss as possible. We could do steel if we did 8x steel, but that would be 2 EU loss. Blue alloy is the best for HV, but we're actually using electrum. Or no, we're using silver. But I think we're just going to go with aluminum wires, because we're going to make these right here 8x. It'll do 8 amps, which is what we want, at 1 loss per block, which is what we usually shoot for everything. So I'm going to make up a whole bunch of aluminum, and we'll make aluminum wires. Now I'm going to have to make a transformer again. I'll need an HV transformer this time, which isn't expensive at all. It's just like all the rest of the transformers. That's HV to MV. We need the EV to HV. Where is it? Looking for something with yellow all over it. Alright, you're just making me mad. Transformer. Hit the N, not the B. Alright, that's one we need. HV transformer. So we're just going to need an HV machine hall, which is more aluminum, gold wires, and 1 aluminum cable. And that'll make our transformer. So we'll get that made up. We'll get some energy crystals made, which I think I still have some ruby dust. No, but I got a whole stack of rubies. But I'll probably just go ahead and process up another stack of this. And we'll... Hello. That's not where you're supposed to be. Go ahead and process up another stack of that. And looky there, we got enough to make our second diamond gear. Sifter's actually running pretty quick. I did not expect that. Throw that in there. And I can actually get this thing made. Let's see, do I remember the recipe? That. And no, I don't. Not a quarry, we want a builder. Okay. So that's what we want. That. That. And there's our builder. So now basically this will get set whatever we need to build it at. We got to power it and make sure we got nobody that's going to mess with us. And wait a minute, that's not the right one. That's not got all the right things. Did I build the wrong one? Alright, I'm going to have to look this up because that don't look right. It's supposed to have fluid tanks and all kinds of good stuff in there. Did they change it on me? Huh. It's supposed to be able to place fluids and all that good stuff. I think they changed it on me. And I don't have a template with anything on it because my damn thing ain't working. I gotta look this up real quick. Hold on. Quarry, a filler, a builder, an architect table, electronic library, mining well, pump, floodgate, zone planner, requester. I swear the builder's what I used last time. Huh. Well, I guess I got some learning to do. We're gonna have to try this bad boy out and see what it does when we actually have the right blueprint. I'm definitely gonna call it an end now and see if I can get this damn blueprint to work right so we can at least try it in there. And I ain't gonna mess around with it. I'm gonna wait until I come back to record again and mess around with it with you guys so you guys can see me screw around and try to screw it up. The only thing I'm going to do, if y'all know me from watching these for a while, I don't go read tutorials and watch videos and stuff. I like to actually derp around, try to figure it out myself, and then if I can, I'll go look it up. So the only thing I'm actually going to do is go look at the Gregtech 6 server at what I have there, because that's like the only thing I used other than a pump over there was the architect table, the library, and the builder, and see if they changed over there, and if they look right over there. And I'll let you guys know what I screwed up, which if y'all actually know, you'll probably know what I screwed up or why it looks weird before I do. So, see you guys in the next one. Hope you enjoyed my hodgepodge of bullshit today. That's why I ought to name the video Hodgepodge of Bullshit. But hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. If anybody wants to design me a powerhouse, send me a blueprint, and when I can get it to work, I'll build it. Take it easy, guys.